Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Josh, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. And today, I'm here with a new series that I'm starting up on my channel, and I'm calling it FTB Quick Tips. And what I'm going to do in this series is spotlight certain blocks or certain items in FTB, and make sure that you guys understand thoroughly how that item works and the uses and such. So this first episode is going to talk about XyCraft Tanks. Now, this series is something that was put in the back of my head for quite a while. I really wanted to do it, but I haven't really gotten around to it. And when I mentioned it in a stream last night, the support for it was overwhelming, so I'm starting it up. So let's get started with XyCraft Tanks. So what you're going to do is spawn into your normal world of FTB, and if you guys have been playing before, you probably have noticed these ores in your world. Now, when I first saw them, I thought they were useless. I mean, I looked up the recipes. There was nothing good for them. I didn't really understand, but they actually are very important for certain things. So what you could get when you mine them is a zirconium. Now, zirconium is something that is useless unless you smelt it. So you can see we could smelt it here and get this zirconite just by throwing it into a furnace. So we'll let that go, but what you do is you get this zirconite coordinate. So here's my blue zirconite just by smelting blue zirconium. And here we go, get green from green zirconium gives us green zirconite. And we'll make that. So you want 4 of a specific color to move on. So I'm going to use blue for this example, and we're just going to make a blue item. Just place blue on the corner like that, then stone brick in the middle, and then a piece of redstone or stone brick there, and then a piece of redstone in the middle, and you get this blue engineering brick. Now, like I was saying, you can have it with certain colors. Any color would work. You just got to make sure that you have all the same colors on the outer. You can see here we get light engineering brick. You only need 4 of them, so don't worry. So next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to make yourself some iron bars. Now, if you guys don't know how to do that, just go with your iron like that, and you craft yourself. And then you're also going to want a bucket. If you guys don't know how to do that, I mean, that's a bucket like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to place a bucket in the middle, iron bars like that, and then we're going to take our engineering blocks and like that, and you get 4. Now let's see, can you have it any? Yeah, so it can be any kind of engineering blocks, it doesn't really matter. So now we get 4 of that, and we get 4 valves. Now, as you guys can see over here, I have a few tanks already set up, and this tank right here is the small size you can have it. Now tanks, well, let's turn to creative mode. So tanks are actually one item. I mean, what I'm trying to say is tanks do not need anything else besides the valves. They need just a setup and a basic stuff like this, and it can take any kind of vanilla item and turn it into a tank. So this is your basic one. You can see I crafted it just like so, having this in the center. So if we place that, see we got ourselves a full tank, and it holds 16 buckets of water. Now this is the biggest size you can have. This is a 12 by 12, and you can see it holds 12,800,000 and so on. So let's talk about crafting these tanks. So let's just craft ourselves a small one like what I did there. And what I did is I made it a 3 by 3. And I filled in the center there, but the center here, this one on the second layer, I left empty. And then I fill in the center, including there. Then I place a valve right here. And it can be anywhere touching the tank. So it can be here as well. But then you right click it. Oh, sorry. Nope. Apparently it has to be anywhere on the walls of the tank, and you right click it, and it makes this kind of little effect over the stone brick that I used. And you can see now when I right click it, is actually called a multi-tank. So like I was saying before, it can be with any kind of item. So if we craft it just like this, it will do the same exact thing. There's no really need to complain about this. It's really useful, and it's much better than the iron tanks because it's less resource intensive, and you can see same thing, get yourself a multi-tank as well. Now this is a 12 by 12, which is really big, and see what I did to build it was I have this whole center here hollow, and that crafts ourselves the huge one. And there we go. So like, as well, you can make it extraneous sizes, so you can go like this, let's say like that, like there, but we only want to go somewhat like 2 up, so it doesn't really matter. So something like this would work pretty well. And then we'll just leave it like Alright, so this is probably about the random size that you can have, but you can see it also makes a tank, and it holds 144,000. So it's very, very cool how this holds and stuff like that. So let's talk about filling it up. Now there's two ways of filling it up. You can either right click it and just insert buckets by yourself and adding buckets to it. And you can see it fills up with water. 3 buckets equals 3,000 and 1 bucket's 1,000. Or you can do kind of like this with a pump straight into it. So let's set up just a quick little 1x1 again here. Now this time I'm actually going to set it up in the ground and have it set up that exactly. So right here I'm going to put the valve. So the input has to be the valve for what we're doing. So whenever you want to do something, you can place it here. Now that's going to link up this. Well, once we make it, then we're going to take one of these, and you can see now that links up like that. And if we were to turn these engines on, it's going to start pumping the water straight out, and it'll pump it right into the tank. So redstone engines may not have been the best example for this here because, I mean, redstone engines are relatively slow. You guys probably get the point. If you get water to go through like that, you can see it's going to go straight into the tank and it fills it up. That was 1 bucket and it goes straight through. Now this also works with lava and any liquids that can go in here. Now I'm not sure about oil, so let's test that out. Oil here, oil bucket. I wonder if that works. Let's try to throw it into this big guy here. And look at that, you can see it's got some oil in here. And we can collect it back up just like so. And now it doesn't really know what it has in there. So it's very, very cool how this mod works. I really like just how accessible it is, how it's compatible with a whole bunch of different mods, and how it can set up like this. So you can see it's pumped 3 buckets into it now. And I mean, I just have a little water source like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, could you please leave a rating? Let me know how it did. And suggest some other mods for the next, or not mods, but blocks for me to review for the next episode, because I'm thinking that you guys are going to like this series dependent on the support I got last night. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a rating, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.